Everyone, welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. It's the East All-Stars facing the West All-Stars. A look at the starting group for the East All-Stars. They've got Young. Adebayo is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Jason Tatum. And it's Brown in a shooting guard. Kicks it out to Booker. 5 on the clock. Shoots over Brown. Here's Katie. And they finally get it to go. A full night's work on the boards in one trip down the floor. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the East. Outside Tatum. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Hey, defenders already have a lot to worry about with Tatum scoring. But he's making passes like that, too. Watch out.
Now here's Curry. Over Young. Curry can't get it to go.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
Three-pointer, and it's Young. That time on the assist by Brown.
Boy, Brown not just a super athlete, folks, but he's got excellent skills as well. A tremendous floor general.
James, the pass to Davis. Over Adebayo. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Perfect dive drop that time. Nice execution of the bounce pass.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Shooting for West All-Stars.
The Timberwolves were all business as they came through the tunnel, determined to give their fans a reason to celebrate tonight. Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Hall of Famer Doris Burke, and another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, from the sidelines. GA, it's all yours.
Well, thanks very much, guys. Of course, the NBA has had some legendary trash talkers. But Damian Lillard says it's not really a verbal assault like it used to be. In this era, it's more gestures. From the watch your head to the too small or rock the baby to Trae Young's theatrical bows, players have their ways of sending a message. Kevin?
And the message usually received, DA, thank you. A lot of focus on the guard matchup tonight, Greg. Both these teams rely on their backcourts to lead the way for them.
And if anything, it should make for an entertaining basketball game. And it becomes a little bit of a chess match when it's a backcourt duel. Those are always fun.
Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. They've got Kyrie Irving, Washington out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Luka Doncic. And for the Timberwolves, sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. Underneath in the... Post, Towns, and Gobert. And it's Conley in at the point. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Really heads-up play by Kyrie Irving. On time and on target pass. We've seen that before.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation. Pulls it up. Wide open shot is on the money.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Doncic against Conley. It's good from long range.
Edwards, such an explosive scorer. You don't want to concede that three-point shot. Boy, that's going to make him feel good.
And so Doncic will bring it up for Dallas. This is to Irving. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Charity stripe shot. And it's Doncic. That time on the assist by Irving.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
They're basically saying, you're going to have to guard us at every point on the floor tonight if you're going to have any chance.
Now, here's Doncic. From outside the arc. Doesn't go that time. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way.
And how about the impact Anthony Edwards has had?
This guy's a real game changer on the floor. Scores it at a high clip. Can play big inside and play big outside. Does everything on the floor with a passion, with a joy, and with a flair.
5 on the clock. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Boy, when you look at Anthony Edwards' frame, it is pro-ready right now. That upper body strength, the ability to play through contact, the N1. Yes, sir.
His
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
At the line for Minnesota, Anthony Edwards.
For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And a wide open look for Irving. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
3.
Irving's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, because Luka Doncic is such a threat to score it, it opens up the passing game, and boy, it is on display right now.
Now here's Conley. He kicks to Edwards. Over Irving. And again, it's Minnesota.
Well, if you find yourself in between in that mid-range area, Anthony Edwards so confident. Rise and fire, young sir.
Here's Irving. That one doesn't drop. Towns with the defensive effort. And it's Conley with the ball for the Timberwolves. They trail by 1. Over Doncic. Here's McDaniels. Goes back up. Gobert with a wide open look. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target.
Boy, rock solid from Rudy Gobert. Just ready on the catch, and he puts it in the basket.
Outside Irving. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, Gobert with the block. Doncic with the steal. Washington passes to Doncic. He drains the quick shot. Doncic has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
And Karl Anthony Towns said he believes that he is the greatest big man shooter of all time. What do you think?
Well, Kev, I think a guy by the name of Dirk Nowitzki might have a thing or two to say about it, but I love Karl Anthony Towns' attitude. You have got to believe in your skills if you're going to have the kind of success that Cat has had in this league, and we know he is lethal from deep.
And it's Irving missing.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Conley dishes to Towns. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Their turnaround jumper. And Gobert kicks to Towns. Here's McDaniels. Right wing. Back to Towns. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots over Washington. And Towns gets it to go.
This guy's a versatile scorer. Towns can beat you from anywhere on the floor.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
And the #1 overall pick in 2015, Karl Anthony Towns has been the franchise player in Minnesota, but out to prove he can be the cornerstone on a contender.
Minnesota making some changes. Reed, he's checked in for Towns. And Morris subbed in for Mike Conley. Feeds it to Hardaway. Outside Irving. The pass to Doncic. Shot clock at 6. Back to Irving. Fires from deep. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Irving's got a couple of threes now in the first for Dallas. Greg, in order for Towns to get the Wolves to where they want to go, and certainly where he wants to go, how does he take the next step?
For me, last season, an inconsistent playoff performance for Cat. He's got to make an imprint on the game, even when shots aren't falling.
And here is Morris, following the three-pointer by Kyrie Irving. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And in a close game, blocks like that are so clutch, and that could be a real difference maker here tonight.
Daniel Gafford's checked in for Washington. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Mavericks ball.
Here's Doncic. Stolen by Reed. Morris with the ball. To the wing right side. A shot by McDaniels, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Doncic outside. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it go. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Timberwolves have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. Morris kicks to McDaniels. Gobert down low. Gafford's there. And it's out of bounds. Just touched by Doncic. Now he's checked in for Dallas. Hardy comes in for Luka Doncic.
Hardy.
Shot clock at 5. Edwards. And Edwards with the stop.
Boy, Rudy Gobert, usually the recipient of that kind of pass. That was nicely done, Rudy.
Dallas has gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Irving passes to Hardaway. And here's Hardy. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Doris, one thing that stood out about the Timberwolves last season was their fast-paced play.
No doubt, Kevin, and you can trace that directly to the head coaching position in Chris Finch. This is a group that loved to push the basketball up the floor, wanted to catch defenses before they had a chance to dig in the half court. And remember, that is the classic mark of a youthful team, particularly one with the athleticism that Anthony Edwards brings.
And so he makes both from the line.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
Here's Morris. And he banks in the lane. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
And this game already taking shape as an offensive battle.
Well, the fans love it. Coaches may not like the lack of defense, but boy, the rules promote scoring, no doubt.
Pass to Hardaway. There's the dish to Irving. Passes it to Hardy from downtown. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. It's Edwards on the wing. Covered by Gafford. Back to Edwards. Kings in midair and converts on the double clutch later. And it's a 4-point Timberwolves lead. Dallas shooting well right out of the gates here at around 50%. And the Mavericks call time here. And something you always hear about Jaden McDaniels, Doris, is how effortless he makes the game look.
Kev, when I watch this guy play, I feel like he glides through an NBA game. There's a finesse that you don't necessarily see from players his size. He's a handful on the low block. This young man is brimming with potential.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Anderson, he's checked in for McDaniel. And Nikhil Alexander-Walker in for Edwards. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him. That sends Rudy Gobert to the free throw line. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passing, running smart plays, and just setting guys up for success.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
Here's Alexander Walker. Morris finds Anderson. 6 to shoot. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. Mavericks trailed by 6. Pass to Powell. And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
How about the skills of Dwight Powell down low? Hard for the defense to match up with his length.
Here's Anderson. 1:33 left in the first quarter of the game. Reed with it. Powell's there. Morris outside. Back to Gobert. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
How quickly does Rudy Gobert move off the screen? His mobility makes him a tough cover in the pick and roll.
And it's Irving with the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. 6-point game. Deflects the pass. Morris right side. And Morris throws it down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic dunk.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Now, here is Irving. He's got 8. The 3 wants to get it to Gafford and does.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. Here's Alexander Walker. He's covered by Irving. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
This is his first free throw of the game.
At the line for your Timberwolves, Nikhil.
And he can't get the first one. And the Mavericks with some changes. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Irving. Mavericks trailed by 6 inside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The Mavericks shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
Timberwolves leading by 4. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Out to the right wing. Here's Alexander Walker. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Reed, and Jones sends it back. Out of bounds, it'll be Mavericks ball.
Dallas ball. Substitution for your Timberwolves, Carl Anthony Towns. Mike Conley.
Now, here's Doncic. Lets it go with a 3. That shot, no good. Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for the Timberwolves. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Here they come, now heading to the floor. It's your Minnesota Timberwolves dancer.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Yeah, the defense hasn't been there. They are getting hammered on second chance opportunities.
So with Irving on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right here. They've got Washington. Doncic out there with Hardy. Then there's Hardaway. Here's Doncic. Michael Conley making his last shot. Driving the lane. Washington inside. He's covered by Anderson. And in this era of positionless basketball, we're starting to see some guards who end up playing in that dunker spot, down low, more than on the perimeter.
Let's call them little big men, Kevin. Guys like Bruce Brown, Gary Payton II. These are powerful athletes, unbelievable vertical spacers. They set great screens. They can finish as a roller. I love the use of these undersized guys who don't necessarily shoot it well in this role.
So it's the Mavericks now, trailing by 4. Here's Hardy. Minnesota with the rebound.
Boy, he really wanted that shot, trying to make the defense pay for leaving him that wide open.
Towns kicks to Conley. Right side, Edwards. Pocket 6. It's rebounded by Doncic. Mavericks trailed by 4. And the pass to Hardy. Here he goes. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Yeah, easy call.
The Mavericks shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Line for the Mavericks. Hardy at the line for 2.
first one falls for. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. It's Edwards on the wing. Rob. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Doncic outside. Three-pointer. That shot misses. And Minnesota now the other way. Towns, the pass to Anderson. Stolen by Washington. Hardaway against Conley. From deep. And Tim Hardaway Jr. with the three. Hardaway's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Mavericks.
They're really mucking things up for the opposition. Racking up steal after steal. Just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Only given up 2 points this quarter. For the three. And that one's good. Hardy.
3 points.
Hardy's got the lead up to 4 now for Dallas.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
Ready to move.
So the Timberwolves call their first time out.
You know, my guess right now is Coach wants to talk over this turnover issue, and it seems like they've been trying to force things a bit and need to find a steady rhythm offensively.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Rudy Gobert comes in for Anderson. And Monte Morris subbed in for Mike Conley. Irving's checked in for the Mavericks. Now, here is Morris. Pass to McDaniels. They need this one. A rebound by Washington. Dallas leading by 4. Here's Hardy, and it's sent back by Morris. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
Jump ball.
And so here is Dallas. Washington kicks to Irving. And the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
You guys know it's pick your poison when you are trying to cover Kyrie out of the pick and roll.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And the awareness of his footwork and body on that drive. Wow.
The Mavericks have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. There's the 3. He scores with that shot. Now he's 3 of 8.
Well, Luka Doncic so dangerous because when the three-point shot is working, he becomes an impossible guard.
Doncic against Morris. Five to shoot. Down low. That's it, and the Dallas lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Towns.
I'll tell you what, it's hard to stop Karl Anthony Towns when he's looking to score. He's got every trick at his arsenal.
Here's Irving. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. Irving's got 12 in the game.
I'll tell you, you allow him to get to a spot, and it's over, right? Defense unable to even challenge the shot.
Morris looking over the floor. From the wing, kept alive. Here's Gobert. It's deflected. And here's Hardy. He's got 9. From the arc. And it's McDaniels with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 6. Edwards kicks to McDaniels. Edwards against Irving. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Taking sacrifice such a critical skill. Anthony Edwards, the frame and the game.
This is his second trip to the line in this one. Reed, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Alexander Walker comes in for McDaniels. The Mavericks also with a sub. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Washington.
Well, Anthony Edwards has the kind of frame and skill set that can make him a force. But it all comes down to paying the price and putting in the work now.
Now, here's Hardy. Dallas moving the ball around. Irving with the bounce pass. Here's Hardy. Releases. Rebound, Minnesota. Gobert's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Outside Edwards. Lets it go from deep. Kept alive, Minnesota. Here's Reed. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Well, you have to be cognizant of where people are when the shot goes up. Defenders not blocking out in that instance.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for Edwards. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Gafford. And Gafford throws it down.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Passes to Alexander Walker. From past the arc, and he's good on the 3-ball. Alexander Walker's got the game tied up here for Minnesota. And it's the Mavericks with the ball. To the paint. Here's Gafford. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
The officials are all over that.
The Mavericks have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line. And that one falls for Gafford. Mavericks making a switch here. Jones is checked in. Gafford cans them both. Minnesota's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Morris against Doncic. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the knee.
First trip to the line for him here.
And he was dialed in at the line a season ago, 87% from the line.
2 shots.
He misses the free throw. He hits the second from the line. The Mavericks leading. Poked loose. It's stolen by Morris. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. Deep 2 from Anderson. And off the front. And in it goes. Anderson's got his first 2 points. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Some changes for Minnesota. Miller's checked in for Gobert. And it's Mike Conley in for Morris. The Mavericks also with a sub. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Daniel Gafford. Minnesota calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Right side, Conley.
Two minutes remaining in the
Shot clock at 6. There's the triple, and they force the shot clock violation. Straight D. Minnesota making a switch. Towns is checked in. The Mavericks also with a sub. Powell's checked in. The Mavericks trailing.
And for years, Mike Conley had an interesting title. The best player to never make an All-Star game. Well, that changed in 2021 when Conley was named an All-Star. Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
For Mike Conley, year 13 was lucky for him, going to that first All-Star game.
And that was the longest wait ever to become an All-Star. Conley, 33 at the time of that first selection, just shows you the work ethic of Mike, always trying to improve.
The Timberwolves again can't hit. For Dallas, they've gone 6 of 13 so far from the field here in the second quarter. Irving, good.
Kyrie Irving comes at the game with a scorer's mentality, and right now he is carrying the offense.
Now Conley. Anderson outside. Pass to Towns. Towns is doubled. Back to Anderson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Great look, but off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
That one goes. College. And now a 4-point Dallas lead.
There is this fundamental confidence to what Luka does, and those difficult floaters, no problem.
Good.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
There's 45 seconds left in the first half. Doncic passes to Hardaway. Outside, Jones. Reed with the rebound. Reed got his 6th rebound on the night. Conley kicks to Reed. Here's Alexander Walker. Nice D from Doncic.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like he had his mind made up.
It's his first trip to the line.
And taking a look back at last year's numbers, he's about a 76% shooter.
And the first one drops.
Yeah, Tim Hardaway Jr. to me is a terrific all-around player, right? He can score it, he can pass it, he'll rebound the position. There's a lot to like about his game.
Conley surveying the D. Shoots over Doncic, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Mavericks lead by 4. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.